takes a number of trace minerals from the talc, but does not separate minute fibers which are very similar to asbestos. And we know what that is, friends. We're told that talc, according to the Occupational Safety and Health admin, talc is carcinogenic in animals. This talcum powder is used in baby powder. Fred Hutchinson's Cancer Research Center found the increase of ovarian cancer in women who use talc products around their genital area. You know, babies are so cute. A mother called a friend, and she says, "My baby just said mama." All excited. And after she changed the diaper, she reached for the baby powder and generously applied over the pelvic area, on the underarm, and on the buttocks, believing that it is something good that she's doing. And you can just imagine and wonder why we hear that all the childhood cancers, and it's on the rise today, friends. I mean, when I was growing up, only old people got sick. All these type of diseases, cancer and diabetes and all these things, only the old came down with these things, friends. But today, we're seeing that childhood cancer is on the rise. Over 10,400 new cases in 2007, and the numbers are increasing. And I'm reminded, friends, that all that glitter is not gold. And we see their reports all over the internet. Many different medical institutions and many different associations, they are informing and they are letting people know what's going on. They're saying, friends, that how house cleaning products endanger human health and the environment. And the little fine print on the bottom right here says, in 2000, household cleaning products were responsible for nearly 10% of all toxic exposures reported in the U.S. Poison Control Centers. Of these, 120,434 exposures involved children under 6 who can swallow or spill cleaners stored or left open inside the home. And assault, friends. You know, I presented this a year and a half ago, and there are certain things that even though my lifestyle, many of you know that I don't eat certain things. I'm a vegan. And I pride myself in what I put inside my body because I want to make sure that this temple is healthy. And there are certain things that for many years I stopped doing. I buy natural toothpaste, lotions, and so forth. But one thing that I've never really walked away from, and it's because, I don't know if it was denial or just I'm procrastinating or whatever it is, but I know that some of these things are toxic, and I never did clean my home of these chemicals and the fumes that it produced in the home. And then I was reminded, even after the situation with my wife 5 weeks ago, to read the labels again. And when I look at what I use to clean, I look at the cautions, and it says hazardous to human and domestic animals. It says caution, avoid skin contact. It causes skin and eye irritation. Why would I want to have these things in my home and use them, friends? Now look at the things that I use to spray to make the house smell good. And it says also hazardous to human and domestic animals. Caution, avoid skin contact. It causes skin and eye irritation. When I look at my tie that I use, actually I changed this probably a few weeks ago. I changed my tie because I have this recurring rash on my back. Could never get rid of it until I changed my tie. This information, friends, is all over the internet. The world is aware. Why should the church be in darkness? Then I look at other research. It said that around the house, indoor air pollution, home is where the hazard is. Indoor toxins may be worse for you than outdoor smog. I mean, the San Francisco Chronicle, one of the major newspaper in San Francisco is reporting, friends, that indoor air, because of all the toxic fumes and chemicals that we have in our homes, friends, that is sometimes worse than outdoor smog. According to a 15-year study presented at the Toronto Indoor Air Conference, women who work at home have a 54% higher death rate from cancer than those who work away from home. The study concluded that this was a direct result of the increased exposure to toxic chemicals, many of which are found in common household products. And I'm wrapping up. We're going to look again at chlorine. You know, chlorine is, in other words, say bleach. This is what chlorine is found in bleach. And many of us use this, and I've used this religiously until a few days ago. I ain't going to use it no more, friends. You know, in World War I, chlorine was used as a chemical bomb. And thousands died as a result. Chemical warfare. And the devil has found a way, friends, to take these toxic chemicals that he used to kill many in wars, and he brought it in the home. Chemical warfare in our homes. You know, many of us say, well, you know, hey, that was back then. You know, chlorine and bleach is reform. Bleach went to rehab. It cleaned up its act, and it's not toxic or poisonous anymore. You don't have to worry about it. It's not the same thing that they used in World War I. But I was told as I was doing my research that in Iraq War, in March 17, 2007, just a few years ago, that in Amber province, that they blew up a chlorine bomb. And 2 individuals died, and 350 were seriously ill as a result of inhaling the fumes from the chlorine. How do you clean up poison, friends? How do you depoison poison? It's not like, you know, coffee. They say they take the what do you call it, the caffeine off it. They decaffeinate it. And I tell you, friend, decaffeinated coffee is worse than just drinking coffee. You can't clean it up, friends. It is what it is. That's why we have all these research, friends, popping up all over the place. And I tell you, friends, the products that we have in the home, friends, I say that it is a contributing factor. 50 million in the United States have allergic diseases. We have lung cancer on the rise, 203,536 cases in 2007. We're looking at around 557 cases per day. We see that there are chronic respiratory disease, over 32 million in the United States. We see that breast cancer, for instance, is on the rise, 202,964 cases in 2007 alone, and it's on the rise, friends, 556 cases per day. We see the asthma. The current stats is 18.7 million cases currently in the United States alone. We need to protect our families, friends. We need to make a decision. There are those who are still saying, you know, bleach is harmless. You know, I use it every week for many years, and I'm still living. And then again, they say, well, you know, hey, our government would not allow it. If they know that this thing is poisonous, that is causing people to become diseased and it's taking our lives, they wouldn't allow it. They wouldn't do it, friends. You know, funny enough, over the past few days, a lady was saying, hey, I put some of it in my bath water. I bathe with it. Another individual was saying that, you know, I soak, and personally, my mom did this. Many individuals did this, not bathing it, but we would soak our clothes in it overnight, and we just, you know, so it would look white and it would look clean. We would do that, friends. Totally oblivious and aware to the fact that this thing is poisonous and deadly. I'm going to give you a case study. Because many of us say that, well, hey, the government would not allow this. But notice now, friends. We're told in 1 Timothy chapter 6 and verse 10.